Hi, I'm Neil from 403H, and I'm going to be talking about our states and worlds Innovate. So going into Virginia states, we knew that a lot of teams would have really good Innovates, but we really wanted it to be like helpful on air, but also really consistent in matches and really competitive. So with our old Variguan design, we just had a passive middle goal, but it was only a zip tie, and we realized that it wasn't really consistent at all. So going into states, we really wanted to focus on adding more, and specifically adding a piston, since we now had more pistons available for us. So we just have, or it's a 4 mech and 1 piston designed for middle goal. So we have this piston just open the trap door, and it also acts as our Descore. But when we were actually prototyping the trap door, since we haven't built one before, we saw that the block had barely enough clearance to fall through, and it would actually cause a lot of jams even when we're just going in the long goal with our hood. So we wanted to add a passive middle as well, which would be our second mech for this design. So whenever we just drive into the middle goal, this pops down, and it has this standoff right here to lock us in place and make sure that the middle goal doesn't go through our entire intake, because at states it happened a lot. So our autos missed maybe like once out of the 4 times we ran it. But it was still consistent, so we didn't really need this part. But as a driver, I thought it really helped when we added it. And then along with that, obviously with the Descore trapdoor, so then that's active in Descore. We have the passive here, but we also have locking because of these aligners. So these aligners have about 1/4 of an inch space between the long or the middle goal whenever we're aligned into it. And it's also kind of bent just along here. So then it's kind of not precedented, but we realized that it actually helped a lot with our autos, and it never snapped, even though these are made with Delrin. So Delrin's really vulnerable compared to our plexiglass. So whenever we're into the middle goal or aligned with the middle goal, these aligners and then this standoff on the passive middle goal will kind of lock us into place. And we were at states and worlds, whenever we were aligned onto the middle goal, and teams tried to defend us from the front, we weren't actually being moved, but the middle goal was being twisted, and that helped us a lot with consistency in general. So that was really helpful as a driver. And then I can also demonstrate it a little. Alright, so our intake can hold 7 blocks right about here, and that's at the bottom of the trapdoor as well. So then the block actually kind of gets stuck between here, and that helps us a lot with cycling speed and stuff. But you can see that whenever we drive up to the middle goal, I don't have it on a tile yet, so it kind of just moves up. Whenever we drive into the middle goal, that the passive starts to go down, and then if it was attached to a tile, then it'd go down about to a 25 to 30 degree angle. And then we can just open the trapdoor and start to intake. So then it looks like this. So we were able to compete with a few S spots at Worlds with middle goal, and we were actually able to descore entirely with the middle goal just from driving backward and popping the trapdoor. So I can demonstrate the descoring as well. We were really competitive at states and worlds with the D-score as well, and we've gotten a few compliments from teams with our middle goal, considering the fact that we're a Ruiguan design, and that's just helped us a lot. And we actually got Innovate at states for that as well, in getting, I believe, 8th or 9th in skills. Having this from our old passive design has helped a lot when it comes to driving and autos, and although we never ran a solo AWP at Worlds, I did code one in about 3-4 hours prior to Worlds, and it actually hit every time on the practice field that we ran it because of this, or because of the middle goal in general. So that was really, considering the fact that we're a freshman team, that helped a lot. And then we were also able to get Think at one of our locals. So that's just a little bit about our state's Innovate, and that's about it.